Hello, Warfighters, Warriors, Hal. Welcome to what'll be a fun episode to do. This is going to be Total War Troy. This is the newest edition of the game that came out. It was on sale on the Epic Store. It was also free, too, for a day. I posted it in the Discord. I thought I'd go ahead and just try and do a campaign of this for fun. I don't know if I'm going to turn this into a series because, I mean, one, it depends on how much you guys would actually want to see something like this. I know this is very different than what I normally do. But I like the idea here of going as Paris and having a hard start at the beginning. We'll see how this goes. Here's the introductory video for you guys too, to let you know what's going on.
Are we mere playthings of the gods? Or do we plead divine influence to justify our foolish choices?
He's taken her! He's taken my wife! You've risked the safety of Troy.
Troy is my home now.
You have my oath, brother. She will be returned to you.
Brother, I can fight. Go, seek shelter. There'll be plenty of fighting ahead.
The wrath of Achaea will descend upon Troy. Paris acted in love, but he has incited war. Whether the walls of Ilios will endure, only the gods can tell. Ah, magnificent Paris. Menelaus of Sparta is devoured by rage after you eloped with his wife, Helen.
Paris of Troy must pay!
War will surely follow. As you sail homewards with Helen, away from the turbulent clouds gathering in the west, you consider the reaction of your brother, Hector.
Brother, your foolish passion has doomed us.
You rule over Troad from your mighty citadel, where fair Helen can gaze out over the wine-dark sea. The rich eastern lands are beyond the reach of the Achaeans. Your brother Hector guards Troy's approaches. On the southern coast of Troad, an Aeolian king has secured a foothold on Trojan soil and now awaits Achaean reinforcements. This dangerous invader ravages the land from his base on Lesbos. In the north, the Pelasgian stronghold could be a useful ally. On the nearby western islands, your god-touched brother Troilos protects the coast in the name of your father, King Priam. Your kinsman Aeneas holds the Hellespont for Troy.
Fear not, noble cousins. I stand with you.
Hold on to your love for your father, your family, and your wife. Draw on that strength to repel the enemies of Troy.
All right, so we're going to get to it. I'm sure you guys noticed at the beginning there was a lot of different characters that you could play as, which represents different factions, obviously, both on the Trojan and the Greek side. Like I said at the beginning, Paris will probably be a challenge, though I did actually start playing through this game as the Spartans. I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to do an episode for YouTube, I want to do something a little bit different. I don't know what other YouTubers are doing. You guys know I don't really get a chance to really keep up on anybody else, but I thought this would be something fun to do. I played as Spartans quite a bit in
Paris
Rome,
of Troy.
Total War II. So I was like, yeah, we'll do something a little bit different here. Obviously, I'm building up my first army here. I've got a few units already with Paris, and taking a look at what I can select from, I've got some spears, I've got some club infantry, and some archers already. And I kind of want to space it out here a little bit. Obviously, spearmen is going to be something I'm going to rely heavily on, not only because of the time period that I'm playing as, but as I've kind of noticed with some of the gameplay here in the campaign, I'm going to have a lot of units that are going to be coming at me, so having that added level of defense is going to be huge. We're gonna wait a couple turns. You can see down below is the first objective for me, or the first mission, which is to destroy one of their armies. And then I think they're based on the island of Lesbos, so I'll just go down there and see what I can grab. Okay, so one of my objectives, get 12 units. That really shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm at 10. I don't know if I necessarily need to get all of that to take out this one guy. So we'll move in. We'll take out his 4 units, and then I'll probably acquire some more units before I start moving south here. Oh yeah, you take a look at how this is looking like it's going to be a piece of cake. They've got 3 club infantry, and then their 1 leader who is a specialization with the bow, which is what Paris is too. So they'll be able to go toe-to-toe, I think. And I shouldn't have any problem with their club infantry, because a lot of the club infantry in the light class, at least that I've seen so far, don't have shields. So as my archers are doing their thing, shooting arrows down on them, there's really nothing that they have to be able to stop those arrows from falling on them, and it does a lot of damage. I'm going to tell you guys now, I'm going to execute a similar strategy in all of the battles. I just find this to be what works well for how I like to play, which is I put my spearmen up front, they absorb the attack, and then I follow it up with a second line, which is going to consist mostly of infantry that can basically beat back the enemy forces, do a little bit better on the attack. Obviously, I want to protect my archers by putting them in the back, since they've got that ranged attack. They have no archers, with the exception, obviously, of their commander. So I don't have to worry about putting my archers in a position to fire on theirs instead. Because I know, like, a lot of times, if you see here, yes, my spearmen have some shields. That's really not enough to stop the arrows as they're coming in. So I like to, early on, set my archers to go up against their archers to eliminate them. That way I've got free reign on the battlefield to do some additional damage and try and protect, obviously, my other units. All right, so here we go. I've got 3 archer units, so I'm setting each one to open up. I could do it on a 1-for-1 here, where each one of my units is attacking one of theirs. It seems like kind of might be what they're trying to do. They're trying to hit me on the flanks, which really isn't going to work too well. I'm going to make my frontline troops start moving and hitting them, and they might even be able to hit them on the flank with the way that they're moving. And that's basically it here. We've got 3 units that are routing. The only unit that is left is their leader. I'm gonna have to be careful with firing at enemies as they're running off. I don't want to hit my own troops that are falling up behind them. A lot of times I don't care about hitting enemies as they're running off, but I definitely want to do this early to try and get these guys some additional experience by getting some additional kills. This guy's morale is basically gone. There we go with the victory. While he's on the ground, we'll get some more shots here with my archers. And obviously we've got Paris moving up as well. But yeah, I think they're going to get him before he runs away, and that death here should be helpful early on. I don't want them getting away and starting to build another unit, which is what a lot of these heroes are going to do. Yeah, let's stop shooting over in that direction, guys. I think it's the elite archers that I have who can shoot while on the move. They seem to be the ones who are going to be the biggest problems when it comes to something like this. We've got 2 spearmen units now moving on to their hero. Yeah, see, some of my guys just got taken out by those. Oh, well. You know, at this early stage, it's not like a few additional casualties is really going to be problematic. There we go. I think Paris actually got the kill on that one. All right, easy dub. All right, so they're chasing them off. There's 13 guys left. It should be the end of their unit. Guys over there are gone. Okay. Let's just go ahead and end it. I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys watch this while I'm taking a lot of them out. 28 losses. I wonder how many of them were from my own arrows, but anyway, we start things off here on a good track. Now, I don't know necessarily what it is about Paris that makes this very hard at the beginning for him. I don't know if it's the units that I have to select, because taking a look at what I had right there, it was a lot of light units. I'm gonna, do I spill their blood? All right, take them on. I'll be nice and have them join my ranks.
Is acknowledged.
Okay. So now with that, I can move in and I can take this little settlement.
Prince Paris.
I'm gonna colonize it.
Occupy the place.
And I do get a massive reduction in the amount of troops that I have, and also the morale of people like Paris as I go ahead and do that. So I do have this one province now completely to myself. So I'll be able to send some orders to everybody that's here. I think I'm gonna make sure that they work on producing more resources. That obviously comes in handy as I'm trying to build up the unit. You can see I'm gonna obtain a few more guys here as well. I think I'm gonna try and get to a stack of 20 for this first army. Okay, time has gone on. Let's go ahead and rank up Paris here. We can go with Cheat Hades, which gives me an, get 33 damage resistance. I can fire while moving. I think that's gonna come in handy a lot more. There's just some of the things you can get for him as battle progresses. Taking a look at what I could do for this particular province and some of the settlements that I've got here. I've started upgrading a few things here, and I'm gonna upgrade some more. Gonna get that up to level 3, get it to a citadel, which will give me some increased happiness, some additional influence. I'll be able to recruit some more units as long as I'm upgrading those military buildings, which will be a focus of mine. I like to have, obviously, one central place where I use to build up my troops. That'll obviously be my main province right here. And then I like having another one somewhere else in case they move into this area. Now, I noticed that Paris has this trait about him that I just genuinely don't like. And that is he has to be close to Helen. If he's away from Helen for a long enough time, then it actually hurts the entire morale of his army. So that's not good. That means I basically got to stay close to where I'm at right now, or I risk moving Helen somewhere else. But that's even an investment, because there's
Paris.
A building called House of Helen or something like that.
Why not?
Which, is a place you can move her to. But we'll see. Oh. No. Just for a single city group, I'm not gonna go ahead and just throw up a non-aggression pact with them. I mean, I want that entire island. It's a province anyway. I might have to even betray them, but we're gonna go with that. All right, so now I have the full 20 stack. I got a little bit of a bonus for completing that mission.
In love and war.
Again, we're only working with light units right now. Looks like I might need to get some more stone, which I'm only accumulating 0 per turn, so that's gonna be something I'll need to work on. I'm just happy though that despite having a full stack, I have got enough food to be able to take care of all of them. I think that's going to be helpful as I move down here and start taking out the enemy here. Eresos? Is that how you pronounce it? By the way, I'm going to tell you guys now, I am terrible when it comes to pronunciations of stuff like this. So I promise you, I'm going to slaughter a ton of things, probably in this video, and if I do any others down the line. Oh, geez. That is not good. That is an army of 18, which, while I do have some additional experience with my guys, That's not enough to take on 18 with 2 heroes, and then the garrison of Eresos. So I'm gonna try to use the ships, go to the other side of the island and take what I can over there. One of the strategies I'm using for research at the beginning of this is every section, or I guess category of research that you can do, starts off with an option that will give you more resources or establish X amount of resources per turn, which early on, I think that's gonna be something that's pretty helpful, especially when you look at like my stone, my bronze, and my gold being very low and how much I'm accumulating per turn. So I just kind of want to get that early on, get some buildings done. Perfect. Okay, 700 wood, thank you. Okay, royal commandment to a province. So let's go ahead and get that set. Here we go. Aegis of Troy, Palace Administration, organized games, establish spy network, and trade tithe. Let's go plus 5% to all resources. I don't think it's necessarily going to do too much, but as I mentioned early on, it matters. And see, this is some of the stuff I'm hoping to get here, is some of these military buildings, so I can start getting some additional units here that I think will be pretty good. I'll take a few turns. Might want some chariots down the line. What does this give me? +2 recruit rank of missile units. Maybe chariots. Let's do it. And then let's increase shipping. That's an easy way to get some additional food per turn, which is helpful since I want to be able to upgrade my military a little bit more. Aw, dang it. I did not think that they were going to get over there that quickly. I'm still trying to get used to how much movement a unit can do, and I'm not able to get off of the island. So they're calling for a peace treaty. And they're offering stuff too. I don't know. I'm really worried about how this next battle is going to go. Though, yeah, I'm going to reject it. This is not going to be a good battle. I'm heavily outnumbered. Well, I have that extra veterancy of some of my units. That's not going to be enough to make a difference. On the plus side, I'm seeing that a lot of their units are also light units, so I can go toe-to-toe with them. But you know, they've got skirmishing units. They're going to be able to pour a lot of stuff down on me. I got to try and get them somewhere in the open. Okay. I'm worried about them coming out of those woods right in front of me. But they're sufficient distance away where I don't think they're going to be able to move up necessarily on me too quickly. I should have the ability to see what's going on. Now you can see, as part of growing my army, I got some axe infantry, which are really good for flanking, so that's why I'm putting them towards the flanks of my army. If I can get them to hit my spearmen, which is my genuine hope, then I can start bringing the axemen around and to try and encircle an enemy that kind of comes this way.
The enemy is receiving reinforcements.
Okay, so they're actually off to the right. This is advantageous for me, because if I can move my army off to the right as well, then I might be able to get them to hit me out in the open. There's just, the problem here is I've got so many trees. I could try to use it to my advantage. I just don't see a good area for me to hide in that also doesn't give them that same advantage too, especially when it comes to their missile units. Okay. Are they waiting for me to come hit them? I think they're waiting for the reinforcements, which is the town garrison, to get in and get set in position before they start moving on me. Man, this is gonna be rough. They got 2 hero units. I'm gonna move the axemen that I had on my left flank off over to the right. We're just gonna fast forward here. I don't want to make you guys have to sit through all of this. But here they go. Now they're starting to move. Okay, where are they moving to? If they're gonna extend out across the majority of the map, then I might try to hold them on one flank. Yeah, we're gonna put these guys up front, hit who I can, and then fall back. Yeah, attack map. Oh, geez. Yep, they're spread out pretty far. I'm in a small condensed area. I feel like I gotta tuck away now. This is just not going to go well. It's the infantry on the right that I think is gonna cause me the most amount of problems, or basically kind of both of my flanks, really, because they have most of their missile units towards the center, and they can swing around on both of my flanks and encircle me. That's gonna be a problem. They're stopping on that right side. This might give me a window to start moving back. I'd like these guys to start moving in. Oh, yeah. Here we go. A lot of their units are moving left. I've got some that are moving right. This is going to be perfect for me. Let me try and hit this small group of 3 spearmen. We're going to bring them back here. We're going to eliminate them, and then I'm going to try and press my attack and see if I can take out the rest of their army, or at least neutralize just a few of their units, which will probably hurt morale for them a little bit, and at the same time make it easier for me to win. Oh, they've got 4 units. Okay. They just hit me with something from one of their heroes. Come on, come back this way. Yeah, most of their units are still moving left. It seems like these guys are gonna follow up with them. So if I'm gonna try and hit them, I'm gonna have to move now. Okay, hit what I can with my archers.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
Oh, dang it. This isn't good. Okay, so I gotta hit the harpies. Oh, those archers really are taking a lot of morale loss. Now, one of the bright sides here is as I move in here with my spearmen, they might get a little bit of a defensive bonus being in the trees. Gosh, already though, I feel like I'm in a losing situation here. We've got some of those spearmen starting to push back into the trees. I didn't get back here as quickly as I would like, and so now there's going to be some enemy that are going to be in these trees. I feel like coming in and I'm not necessarily going to know it. Yep, spearmen are coming back. All right, get set up, guys. Fall back quick, and then I need my archers starting to open up on these guys as they exit the woods. They're not firing right now. All right, well, what I'll do is with these 2 spear units coming in, I'm gonna try and get them out of the fight here pretty quickly, as I'm gonna send 1 axe unit to hit him on the right flank. This guy's going off to hit him here on my left flank. Or what would be my left? There we go. Ah, dang it, the harpies came back. We're gonna have to do battle here inside of the woods. Dang it, I gotta get these guys back. I feel like they're too close.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Yeah, this is not good because since most of them are gonna be inside of those trees too, they take, or I basically miss my shots with archers a lot more. I think it's like a 40% add to damage. Yeah, and so now their main force is pulling in right now. This is not good. I've got troops that are now starting to come around on the right side, like out in the open, which is where I was hoping to draw them into and not necessarily through the trees. Yep. With as many missile units as they have and the fact that I'm light units, I've got spearmen with no shields. My axemen have some. And my spearmen have very little support there. Here comes 2 heroes also that can quickly change the battle pretty quickly. This is not one that I'm gonna win. Man, I hesitated too much. I think I had a pretty poor strategy. I don't want to sit here and try and duke it out any more than I necessarily have to, but I see that there are some units along the front that are winning. There's just so many of those guys in the forest, I gotta start chasing them. And then again, these 2 hero units are going to be significant problems for me too. Let me just try and run into the trees, see if I can at least spook those missile units a little bit, make them go into skirmish mode and just withdraw. But oh dang it, I've got some of my elite archers getting attacked by melee units. I'm just looking at the bar up top, and while yes, the momentum is pretty close to where it was, I'm losing it very quickly. Yeah, this is a loss for me. And what's worse about this is I could really use this, or I could really lose this army early on. Because if I fall back, which I'm going to start doing. Yeah, here we go, withdraw. I'm gonna try and get everybody to fall back, save what units that I can. But if they attack me again after I've retreated and fallen back, I could lose a majority of this army. So things are not looking really good. Obviously, I did some damage to the enemy, but I don't think it's enough. And obviously, I'm losing a lot more guys as I'm trying to flee. Come on, Paris, get out of there. I don't want you to.
Take care. You are losing ground.
Whew, I guess if there was one good thing about that, it was just me tucked away in the corner and I could withdraw pretty quickly. Wow, that was pretty bad on my part. Okay, we're gonna end episode 1 right here, not on a good note, and there's a big question on what's gonna happen in the next episode with the next battle, so make sure you guys come back for that one, and tell me if you want me to keep posting this. If you guys want me to, I will. If not, hey, it was at least fun to show you this. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. War is hell. You don't have to worry because Warfighters, I've got your 6.